getting started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Mean Green offense will take the field, and they'll get this thing underway. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
On the run, it's Coleman. At the 35, he's open. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
They'll give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Let's go! Check, check.
They'll try the right side. Still running at the 40. He's loose. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, North Texas. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Fighting Illini take possession, and their offense will go to work for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that.
And now the ball's loose in the end zone. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swimming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player, give me that 6.
And the returner will be brought down. The Illinois offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You see,
Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Now, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Looking for room, it's Coleman.
and the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back has it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. North Texas in the hurry up. They'll immediately call timeout. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33.
Set. Double right.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on fourth down and short.
Lasso. Lasso. Go. Ready.
They'll try to pick up the first. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front, and that's exactly what happened on that.
Cross. Cross.
They go to the ground. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42.
Handoff to the single back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. We'll see if they go back to the run here on third down. Here's the handoff. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. North Texas really has it going on offense.
Lion. Yep. Yep. Ready, go.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the run from the kicker. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Running it back, it's Ferguson. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Quarterback will audible.
325.
Off the play fake on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, North Texas. And once he found some daylight, it makes it 28-0.
And this offense gets on the board in the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's passed. It didn't happen that time. The defense was able to get a negative play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Back to pass, it's Petty. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Ferguson. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to... defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this.
The expressway is wide open, and he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. He's piled up 65 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
On the double.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll test the right side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defense...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. North Texas in the hurry up. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take. And now it's fourth down. North Texas will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. Didn't like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up, and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Cricket.
Scanning the field, it's Petty. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences? We're going to get a lot of answers today.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Power football with the run. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on...
He's off to the races. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Going to the running game. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Spire.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Flex, flex, flex. Clear, clear. Go.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short.
Under. Now.
They'll try it on the ground. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Paul. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Illinois offense returns to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Looking for a block. It's Ferguson. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
They're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
To the air, it's Petty. Makes the grab on the left. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Freedom. Hold. Jackrabbit.
On the run, it's Coleman. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Slam. Belly stunner. Check.
To the ground. He's got it again. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play.
Cricket. Go. Go over.
He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, North Texas. And the punishment has been extended.
And adding on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
To throw, it's Petty. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
Out 55 weak.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Got his man! And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. It's complete to the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Buying some time as he moves left. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Illinois moving it quickly down the field.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big third down.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
Your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Trying play action. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion.
325.
Quarterback checking off. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Cut it, cut it.
He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Mean Green. And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Get set.
On the run, it's Valentine. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Got it.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26.
Here we go.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long for the 19.
2-9 Philly.
To the air, it's Petty. Got it set up on the outside. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 45 on his way. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. North Texas in the hurry-up. Give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Handoff from the gun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Slide 22.
Motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays, you rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Pound 55 weak. Travel.
Goes to the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, Mean Green. And the stomping has commenced. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And his first pass is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game and take the W. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. With the run on 1st and goal. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, North Texas! And the route is on.
Someone say run the clock. handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game. The offense did their job.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way...